Welcome back to Code It with AI. I'm Carl Franklin from AppV Next, and that's my friend Jeff Fritz from Microsoft. Hey, Jeff, where are you?
How do? I'm out in Seattle getting ready for .NET Conf this week. And with the joys of recording and fast forwarding, this is actually going to be released after we start .NET Conf.
And it's early in the morning for you. You look a little bleary-eyed. Have you had your coffee yet?
I have not. We got to work on that.
Yeah, okay.
Got to work on it.
So I guess I'll just, hey.
We'll let you drive a little bit today.
Let's tease you with some coffee.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so we're talking about the GitHub CLI and the and how it works with Copilot. So I'm just going to let you take it away. What are we looking at here?
So, like many other AI tools that you have out there, GitHub Copilot has a command line that you can use that gets you a little bit further than what you can do just in the editor. Whether you're using VS Code or Visual Studio, Copilot's kind of built in. You can use that directly and automatically, and it works with the code that you have in the editor. But we could work at the command line and kind of bust out of it a little bit more and do more than just work with what's in the code editor.
Yeah, because GitHub, right?
Because GitHub, yeah.
Yeah. So, the word Copilot is a little vague these days. So what you're saying is this is a command line that you run where your project is. And not only do you have the kind of agent that you get with Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code for your local code, but if you're using a GitHub repo, it can reach into the repo and access it.
Yes, it can reach into the repository, and it can also do some of the other Copilot research things that you might do with Microsoft 365 Copilot.
Interesting.
So now we can do a little bit more here.
All right, so what are we looking at here?
So there's instructions for how to install the CLI that are out there on GitHub. You can find the link just below in our notes. This will get you started installing it. It's an NPM-based tool, so you need to have your Node Package Manager installed. Okay. Once you have it, then you can live at the command line installing and getting into some cool stuff you can do with the CLI.
Now, do I have to use this in a directory where I have a project? Or what's the story?
That's going to be what you want to do. You don't necessarily have to work with a project because you can do research things without a project. However, for some of the research and file interaction things on disk that we want to do, I would recommend you run the Copilot command line from a folder that has some code or at least project files that you want to work with.
All right, so I've chosen Puzzle 93 from the Blazor Puzzle Archive, which was about two-way binding. Okay. And it's a very simple program, so I'll come over to that folder that I have locally, and I'll just open a command prompt.
All right, go ahead and install the command line there. That npm install command is going to give you the CLI as a global tool that you can use anywhere on your system.
All right, good.
Fantastic. Yes. Installed, and you've got an update to npm waiting for you out there. That's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's go ahead and clear the console and run the Copilot command with just Copilot.
Hey, look at that. That's cool. Whoa, did you see that?
SDRs. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, it is. It's so cool. So it's telling us, hey, I'm working in this folder. Do you trust the content of this folder? So you could say, yes, remember it for later sessions, and it'll actually put a reference to this folder in a config file on disk. Or, of course, no, I don't trust it.
So I'm going to press 2. There we go.
All right. So now we need to log in to Copilot. So type /login.
Oh, and I love the help here.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So we're going to get you logged into GitHub.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just press any key there in the console.
Cool. Nice.
So, yep.
That was real easy. Now it's in the clipboard, so I just paste it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Let's authorize. I'll use my GitHub password. There we go. So now we're back here.
And it says there you're signed in.
Claude Sonnet 4.5.
Right.
And I guess if I like you did before, if I just do this, I can see all the commands, right?
Right. You can do /help and see some other things that are in there, but just do / and then you can cursor up and down and see all the commands that are available to you in there.
Oh, look at that. This is so cool.
So you mentioned about it's showing Claude Sonnet 4.5 there on the right. You can do /model and it'll show you the models that are available to you.
Love it.
So you want to jump over to GPT-5, you want to use Claude Haiku, they're all available to you, and you can add and change them. So,
all right, we'll just stick with Claude Sonnet, I guess.
Sure. So go ahead and hit the escape key. All right. So let's start off with just some questions, not so much about the Blazor puzzle, but let's ask Copilot, hey, can you recommend a JSON serialization package for .NET? And it's going to go research and do some lookup here. And it's recommending system text JSON, and it gives us a little sample.
Because that's the easiest one, because it's built into .NET.
There you go.
.NET Core in .NET 5. All right. If you need advanced features or working with legacy code, Newtonsoft JSON is the alternative. This is pretty cool.
So, and we can prompt and do these interactions, not just in this interactive window, but we can run them at the command line and pipe things into this and get responses. But this, I think, is a little bit more interactive, fun way to work with the Copilot CLI.
So it says, would you like help adding JSON serialization to your Puzzle 93 project? Is it just going to tell me how to do it, or is it going to do it for me?
It's going to be up to you to tell it what you want it to do.
It could do either.
So, right. You could say, suggest to me how I can update the project.
Okay. And let's just for fun pick Newtonsoft.
Sure. And at this point, it's getting into a little bit of what we would do in Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio or even Writer, and doing that code interaction and presenting us with some ideas.
I like it. So this is what I like about this, is that it's IDE agnostic, right? And you can exist outside of your IDE and have access not only to your local code, but also your GitHub repo. It's beautiful.
The folks that are running on Mac and Linux, they've got great terminal support. They can run this at the command line. You can, Carl, even our friends that are coding .NET in Vim, they can use this too. Have a little Tmux session, Vim on one side, having Copilot on the other, and it's going to feel a little bit more like an IDE. But this is nice. And you asked it a question about the current project.
Yeah, let me look at that project here. Go into the project and look at CS Proj, and I do not have Newtonsoft there. So let's say yes. Would you like me to add it to your project now?
Sure. Go ahead and apply it.
I'll just say yes.
And now we get into the security bits here where it's going to start to prompt and say, do you really want me to make changes? Am I allowed to run these commands?
I love it. So I'll just say yes, and approve .NET add for the rest of the running session. PowerShell 6.
So this is a PowerShell thing where it's trying to run commands at the command line, and it wants to use the PowerShell command line. It's working around it, but you'll get that error depending on which PowerShell you're running it in.
Okay. Well, I'll hit 1 for yes here. Done. So now if I actually refresh this page, I'll see that.
No, it didn't push it out to GitHub.
Oh,
you can tell it now. Hang on. Tell it, hey, send this out to my GitHub repository.
That's great.
Because maybe you aren't familiar with Git commands and you want to do some of these interactions.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, so we didn't start it in PowerShell. We started it at the command line. Maybe that's why.
Well, you're in Windows PowerShell, the older PowerShell.
I see.
And it's trying to run the newer PowerShell. And it's running into a little bit of a conflict there. So it's got some directions here. If you're running in a different shell, maybe you're running in Bash or Z shell, it would detect and handle those appropriately. But
so can I exit out of here and run PowerShell and see if it works? Is that a good idea?
Sure, you can do that. Control C twice here to exit.
Okay. So
and you're in Windows terminal, so you should be able to pull down, and you might have just a PowerShell shell available to you in, no, not PowerShell, PWSH.
Oh, okay.
The other one.
All right, how do I exit? Exit. There we go. PWSH.
Yeah, up on the top, you're in Windows terminal. Hit the pull down, there's a caret down there.
There it is.
And you don't have the new PowerShell installed.
Okay. So, needless to say, if I had all my stuff installed, this would be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
And
it has a preference for the modern PowerShell. The Windows PowerShell that ships with Windows 11 is older. It's version 1. It prefers to use the version 7. It's more secure. And there's even warnings in PowerShell. Hey, go install this latest one.
So how do I get it?
There's instructions there, AKMS PS Windows. It'll open a window and there's a winget command to execute. We can do some more command line stuff.
All right, cool.
So yeah, scroll down. There's a winget instruction.
Winget. All right.
There you go. So that should find it. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so it's there. So now we can do winget install Microsoft.PowerShell.
All right, now I should be able to drop this down and see.
You may have to close and restart.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so pull down the caret there up top, the chevron, and it's not in there. So down at the command line, type PWSH.
Okay. There it is.
All right,
now I can go to my folder where I was before.
Mm-hmm. And Copilot.
Now, is it going to remember the session from before?
I don't think... hit Control R there. It says expand recent. I'm not sure if it's going to find it.
Okay, but it has updated my local repo, so I can just say push the changes. Push
the changes to GitHub.
The local... Yeah. And we'll go back here. Puzzle 93. And yes, I want to run this command. One.
Now, it might not because it's archived.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But it would have sent it gave you all the instructions. You didn't need to know the Git commands, and it was going to go and update things.
Right.
So, okay, let's do some other things we might not know commands for.
Okay.
Or maybe we don't even want to work in .NET.
Right.
Like, I don't know about you. I'm a big fan of that podcast, .NET Rocks. I don't know if you've heard of this guy who does this podcast.
You know, it rings a bell.
So let's just tell it, hey, can you list the last 10 .NET Rocks episodes? And we can even tell it from .NETRocks.com. And it's going to go do some work here.
I don't have access to tools that browse external websites or fetch data from .NET Rocks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it did it.
Maybe because you have Playwright installed?
No.
No? Would you like me to help you write a PowerShell script to fetch and parse their RSS feed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would like you to.
Yeah. I'll create a PowerShell script to fetch and parse the .NET Rocks RSS feed. Wow.
All right.
Do you want to run it? Yes, of course I want to run it. I didn't look at it. What could happen? The feed returned HTML instead of RSS. Let me try to correct the URL.
So look at that, pwop.com feed ASPX. Right? So I think that's your RSS feed.
That is, yep. There it is.
There we go.
So those are the last 10. Very good.
So, let's tell it to go a little bit further. Hey, let's update that script and let's get any episodes in 2025 that mention artificial intelligence.
Yes.
It's going to do a title match AI. Let's see what it finds. There we go.
There you go.
So,
Local AI models, Visual Studio Code AI with James Montemagno. I've heard of him. AI concerns. This is great.
So we haven't written code. We haven't worked on code in a project, but we've asked it to do a couple tasks. It generated a little bit of code for us to help with those tasks.
Yeah. And I like that. I would not get this, I don't think, in ChatGPT.
No.
I don't think ChatGPT would be able to do all this. Like we're at PowerShell, it's writing PowerShell scripts and executing them for us. Mm-hmm. And we still have the final say as to whether or not to run it.
Yeah. So let's do one final thing here and let's tell it, write the output of those AI episodes to a markdown file for us. All right, more code. And it's executing. All right, so we've got a markdown file.
Wow, look at that.
So there we go. Like it literally wrote a little script and we turned it into almost a little app to go get some data for us, turn it into a markdown. And now there's so many more things that we can do with this markdown now that we have it.
Jeff, this is absolutely blowing my mind.
Like, yeah, we're just scratching the surface. There's a couple more things that I think we're going to talk about with this CLI in some future episodes here.
Well, I think this is how I'm going to interact with the agents in my code from now on. I mean, I love this. There's no boundaries, it looks like.
Yeah, right. And asking it questions that are outside of just the typical work with my project, work with my GitHub repository are all in bounds that you can work with. It's really, really powerful stuff.
All right, now I have another question. If I have a project that is built in Azure DevOps and stored in Azure DevOps rather than GitHub, will it still work?
You can still work with that code, but interacting with Azure DevOps is a little bit outside of what it can do. We might have to install an MCP to get that to work. Fortunately, there's a command at the command line here, a command you can enter with that / syntax to start adding an MCP server.
Okay.
There you go.
MCP.
And we can add some from here that would allow you to interact with things like that.
Wow. Neat. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough for now, I think. This is getting our feet wet. I'm going to play with this after we stop recording. Jeff, this is amazing. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, and if you've got a suggestion or a comment or something you want to see on Code It With AI, send it to Jeff and me by email at codeitwithai@appvnext.com. And we will check it out, and who knows, you might get your stuff on the show. Thanks again. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Take care, friends.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out blazertrain.com and blazerpuzzle.com for more great content.